This is Brandon. Are you scamming people?
Absolutely.
Is that what you do?
Absolutely.
These are people who say they've been abandoned by Brandon.
He never came back to do anything.
We gave him the money, and he just disappeared.
Brandon is a concrete and masonry man, but some of his customers think he's a masonry moron.
They ended up pulling their trucks into that lot next to us and got the first concrete truck stuck in there. Then they had to bring another concrete truck to pull him out.
He thinks you're a knucklehead.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
Speaking of dumb, Brandon seems good at playing it. Rita and David Negro, they got a judgment against you for $1,572.
15 what?
$1,572.
No, I'm not even know what that. I don't even know what that is.
This is the way Brittany says Brandon Bielzik of a company called B&B left her Dearborn Heights yard.
He had like ridiculous, extreme excuses.
After tearing out the deck, Brandon was supposed to return and build a patio. She says she called him a ton, texted him a ton, and on the few occasions he did respond, he had those extreme excuses. The cell tower by my house got taken out by the storm. My truck took a It's in the shop getting fixed. My sister got hurt and I had to fly to Florida. But the excuse that really raised Brittany's suspicion was this one. My son broke his R running out to the bus this morning and slipped on some ice.
I did a reverse image search because I said that does not look like a picture he took, and it was the very first photo that pops up on Google Images was a picture of an arm in a blue cast.
Brittany and her husband sued and won a default judgment for $5,923. Brandon's never paid them a dime. Same thing happened to Dave.
So you got a judgment and he's never made an attempt to pay?
No, sir.
Nothing at all?
No contact.
Dave was abandoned by Brandon after hiring him to put in a patio at his house in Shelby Township.
Did he do anything? Did he come
A little bit of prop work, get a little stuff done, just enough to get the money.
And how much money did you give him?
About $3,000.
Like Brittany, Dave had to get others to complete the work and wants Brandon to be exposed as a concrete cretin.
I love your Hall of Shame, brother.
Well, I'm going to go get him. The ladies that own this house in Toledo, Ohio, have a judgment against Brandon Bielzik as well. Brandon gave them this card saying he's licensed and insured. But I checked. He's not licensed in Ohio. He's not even licensed in Michigan. They paid him over $15,000. They say this part of the patio slopes towards the house and pools with water when it rains. And check out these plastic drain pipes Brandon covered in concrete. The pipes collapsed under the weight and are now completely blocked. After that debacle, they say Brandon took off with money they gave him to replace a window and abandoned them. Vito hired Brandon's B&B Concrete and Construction to build a patio at his house in Willis.
He would come out and spend an hour, put the forms down, and then just take off.
Finally, the big day arrived.
When they did come to pour the concrete, it was two guys. Brought no shovels, no wheelbarrow, no machines. Matter of fact, he had asked me if he could borrow my wheelbarrow and if I had any shovels that they can borrow.
Gets worse. Vito says 2 cement trucks got stuck in the mud in a vacant lot next to his house. The cement was ruined and they never even poured the patio. Vito reversed charges on the credit card payments he'd given Brandon, but he still had to pay his neighbor to fix the giant ruts caused by the cement mixers. Vito's got a message for Brandon.
I hope you get busted.
And he's going to, right now.
Brandon! How are you? It's Rob Wolchek from Fox 2.
How you doing?
Good, I've been looking for you for a long time.
For what reason?
Bielzik is going to play the daft baddie. But let me tell you, this guy is hard to get. He has a bunch of different addresses. His website looks good, if you can find it. The web address is bbconcreteandconstruction.com. A typo or just a way to make the site less visible? It doesn't show up in a Google search, but he could send potential customers a link. Brandon's just hard to find. Even when my undercover camera person set up an appointment for a free estimate, Brandon was a no-show twice. I guess third time's a charm.
You started a bunch of jobs on people and you disappeared on them.
That's not true.
Well, sure it is.
No, it's not.
I show Brandon a photo of the mess Brittany says he left at her house.
They said you
I cleaned
tore
all that.
down their deck and disappeared and never came back.
I did take down the deck and I cleaned all that mess up as well.
They have a judgment against you for $5,800.
Okay.
You gonna ever pay that?
I wasn't even aware of it.
Well, how come you're not aware of it?
You tell me. I don't know.
Next, I mentioned the job in Toledo.
Bad news for you. She's got a judgment against you for $3,035.
Okay, that's
Right there in Toledo.
Okay.
Well, did you not know about that one either?
No, I did not.
How come you don't know about that?
I'm not sure.
Next, we got a guy named David Negro. Remember him?
No, I do not.
Okay. Well, he's got a judgment against you, too.
Man, this guy's got a bad memory.
All these people have been trying to find you. That's the whole deal. Nobody can find you.
Okay, I'm not sure why.
Maybe because you don't answer your phone?
Are you going to pay any of these people back, these
No, I know about
unsatisfied? You are.
Yeah, you turn that damn camera off. Let me take a picture of who I owe, and I'll figure it out.
No, we're not going to turn the camera off, but you can take a picture. Here you go.
I let Brandon take photos of his victims' complaints, and he promises me he's going to have 100 satisfied customers call me. I'm waiting.
You're not a thief, right?
Not at all.
Thick as a brick, Brandon Bielzik. You're in the Hall of Shame.